Hi, it's the Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. I wasn't really planning on shooting a video today. It's late in the day. I had to touch up my makeup. It's a little dry and crusty in places, so don't look too close. But the reason I wanted to film is that I wanted to bust into these two guys here. They just arrived today, and I'm so excited. And so I thought I'd just share some of my recent purchases with you. Thank you for watching and thank you for being subscribed. This is my order from Missouri River Soap. Oh, I will link below Holly from Missouri River Soap's YouTube channel. I discovered her last year, kind of late spring. We'd been staying home, quarantining for a while, and I was getting a little anxious, and I was looking for things that would be kind of soothing and calming to watch. And who would ever have thought that watching somebody make handmade soap, it has been not just her personality, but the process itself. For somebody who loves order and, specific things and handmade, I love handmade stuff. It just made my day. And so I would fall asleep much of last spring into early summer watching a whole bunch of Missouri River Soap. And look how beautifully it's packed. Okay, so let me get into this. Ooh, 2 samples. I love that she does that. I got a blueberry sample, just a real thin slice of this, and another thin slice of charcoal. This is the Farmhouse collection. There are a lot of more simple soaps. A lot of times Holly will make ones that have a lot of different colors and swirl patterns or a drop pattern, and I really love those soaps. There was one I really wanted to get my hands on. Oh, it was juicy, and I'm so sad I missed it. I was off Instagram for about a week during my children's spring break. I just was like, no more Instagram. I had all of my YouTube videos like pre-uploaded, ready to go, pre-filmed, so that I could just spend time with my kids during their week off. And that was when this launch happened, and I totally missed getting the one soap I really wanted to try. But that's okay. There's a lot of other really good stuff here. Let me show you what I picked up. A lot of them are just plain, simple, one color bars. This one here is Clean Cotton. Oh, it smells really nice. It smells like fresh laundry. Another one that I picked up that's just a solid color is the Watermelon. I picked up 2 of these. Smells just like a Jolly Rancher. Oh, that is delicious. I love citrus scents, which is why I really wanted to pick up the Juicy, but it was kind of more fun neon-y colors. So I did pick up 2 bars of just the plain lemon. Oh, this smells amazing. Almost like lemon and a bit of an herb. I'm not sure what the scent is, but that's exciting. I got 2 bars of the Calendula Carrot, and it looks like there might be a ooh, it's so pretty on the top. I didn't know that there would be seeds on the top of this. I did realize when I saw like one of these seeds embedded on the side here. Oh, it smells really nice. It has a nice light floral scent, but this one does have a slight swirl pattern to it. But the other one, it looked just like a plain yellow bar. I guess it depends on where it's sliced in the loaf. Oh, I love that. This is one that I specifically picked up for my kids. I got 2 bars of Tickled Pink. And I suppose I should be taking all of them out of the box, but I haven't been. Oh, how pretty. I don't know what scent this is. It smells kind of fresh and clean, but my kids will like that it's bright pink and swirly. They will love that. They have been on their last bar, and I got to the point where the only bars I had left were ones that I had purposefully purchased that were more masculine scents for my husband. We'll get to that. I did pick up, speaking of masculine scents, I did pick up this Flannel and Amber because I had bought this before, I think in the fall, and I had loved it so much. They had another small release of it around the holidays, so I bought another one. Beautiful top, but I love the stripes. Oh, it smells so good. It's kind of warm and spicy. This is the one that I do have, and you can see here, this one's more of a swirl pattern of the Flannel and Amber from the holiday release that I bought at Christmas time. So I do have now 2 bars of this, for which I'm grateful, but my kids were smelling it, like, no, we don't want to smell like daddy. And I'm like, I don't mind. I think it smells amazing. So I'm glad to have another bar of that. And the last thing that I picked up were these. These are Star Anise, and it smells like licorice, black licorice. And I know that that is not everybody's favorite scent. Oh, look how beautiful. They look like marble. Oh, they're so gorgeous. But they have a really beautiful kind of light licorice scent to them. And I know exactly who these are for. So that's what came in my Missouri River soap order. I'm gonna put my little bars of soap away and we'll get into the Beautylish box. Oh, Beautylish. How I love you. Let me count the ways. Beautylish recently had their gift card event. For every $100 you spent, you got a $20 gift card for a future purchase, which is a really great way to kind of, I think of it as putting money in the bank for later. Now I know it's a lot. I ended up with $60 in gift cards. All right, I didn't actually spend all of that $300 myself. I had almost $200 in Beautylish gift cards that I'd had since my birthday in January. You know, 2 people were super generous with me and gave me a couple of gift cards, and they were just sitting there. And I'd been wanting to make a specific order, but the products weren't back in stock, and they weren't back in stock, and they weren't back in stock. And then the Beautylish gift card event came and they weren't back in stock, and I was like, I was kind of waiting for this. What else am I gonna spend it on? Let me show you what I got. One of the things that I had been wanting and had been in my loves list for the longest time is one of the face brush sets from Sonia G. I have fallen in love with Sonia's eye brushes. I have a full set of the Sky eye set. I love these brushes. I didn't know how much using those on the daily would make me want another Sonia G set of brushes, and they're very expensive. They're very like carefully made, beautiful, exquisite quality. But they've been out of stock, and they've been out of stock, and they've been out of stock since like just before the holidays, and they have not been restocked. And I was so sad. So I finally got to the point where I realized they're not gonna have them for a while. I don't know how long that's gonna be, and I do want some new brushes. And this is where I remembered another one of my favorite brushes are from my dear friend. We're not friends, but I like to think that we are, Wayne Goss. I love my Wayne Goss brushes. I have a ton of them. Like, I have the eye set. I have, I think, the anniversary set. This is one that he doesn't even make anymore. It's out of stock. It's the airbrush. I use this every day for highlight. It's one of my favorites. So I have a ton of Wayne Goss brushes. And I thought, if I can't have Sonia G, because I don't know when they'll be back in stock, maybe I'll pick up some Wayne Goss brushes. So this is the Wayne Goss, the face set. Look how pretty they are. Oh. I love the polka dotted paper. It's so gorgeous. They're all very carefully wrapped in plastic to make sure the bristles don't get mangled during shipping, but it's gonna take me a minute to get these guys out. They are so soft. Oh my goodness. So this is the number 10. This really reminds me of the number 2. I know it looks really thin. I've had this, I have 2 of these actually. I love these Wayne Goss number 2 brushes. I got one of them, the first one I got in a Beautylish Lucky Bag, and it was my first introduction to super high quality brushes. And the shape, the ferrule, everything about it. I think the difference here is that these are just slightly larger. I know it's gonna get larger when I start to use it, and especially after I wash it, but it's crazy soft. Oh, so excited. So this is the number 11 brush. This is one, I'm so delighted. This is great for his buffing technique, where you take a finishing powder and then you buff all over, just kind of to get everything to lay happily together. I like how kind of thick and chunky it is. I like how beautifully tapered the edge is. Oh, it's just the most gloriously soft brush ever. This number 12 brush is supposed to be for sculpting. I think it would work well if you turned it this way, or if you went this way, if you're wanting to chisel out a cheek or a, you know, jawline, or like up around the hairline. I think that would be really good, but I love how densely packed this is. This feels amazing, super soft. The number 13 is a ridiculously, like they're all super soft. I love this, but this is supposed to be like an all over face brush. You can use it for foundation, for powder. I love the giant double O brush. It's my favorite powder brush, and I like how it has really tapered bristles going all the way down. And I know that this is just gonna show its product really quickly, but that's okay. It'll just remind me to wash it. This number 14 brush, I feel like would be a great brush to use on the days that I'm not using the airbrush. I use this exclusively for highlight. I don't use any other brush for highlight. I love this brush so much. I mean, softest hairs ever. And I feel like even though the shape is a little bit different between the two of these, I feel like these are really soft and flexible. Not that these aren't, but they're really wispy, and it's got a different shape to it. This feels more like a paddle, and this feels more like, you know, if you're looking at it, it's very different. I think you could probably even use it for really carefully placed blush for highlight, and it would do a really great job of just like the smallest amount. The last brush is a fan brush. It's the number 15. I already have one of these. This is another one that I got in a Beautylish Lucky Bag a long time ago. I've recently used it for blush, but again, super soft, and I feel like I will get less clown cheeks, less the 80s called they want their blush back. If I use something like this to very carefully, lightly place product right where I want it, it works great for highlighter. It also is recommended that, you know, if you're wanting specific product placement right at the hairline that's softly diffused, to use a fan brush like this. I just am not in the habit of using a fan brush, but I'm starting to reach for this one more, which is why I'm glad I have another one. The other thing that I bought was a set of Wayne Goss lip liners. Now, I fell in love head over heels with his mauve lip liner. I ordered one lip liner, 2 lipsticks, 2 glosses last spring when they launched, and his lip products have been my absolute favorite. I love the eyeshadow, I love the blush, I like a lot of other things. I do want to get his kind of contour bronzer. That wasn't as high up on my list, but these, when I saw that this set, which normally goes for $70 for 5 of them, they had them on sale, I think for $56. I was like, yes. So I got all 5. So I'm gonna open 4 of them. I'm gonna leave one in its container, put it over here to go in my upcoming giveaway for when I reach 2,000 subscribers. But let me tell you, I love this lip liner formula. I like that it's not so creamy that some lip liners are so creamy that when you put them on, you don't get a really precise line. You can start out with a really sharp point, and by the time you get to mid-lip, it gets to be a little dull. These aren't too soft. Sometimes if they're too creamy, also, they don't help to hold product inside the lip line, and things can kind of escape out. And the older I get, I'm in my mid-40s, I find that I need something that's just a little stiffer to really form a barrier. But I don't want it so hard that as I'm applying it, it feels like I'm about to cut myself. And I feel like these are the perfect formula. Mauve is the color that I fell in love with, so I'm putting it back in its box, and I'm gonna save that for later because I have my mauve here. But I love these lip liners, and I have been wearing a lot more lip liners over the last year. This is mauve. This is vintage pink right here. It's definitely a more nude, but with a pinky lean to it. I feel like mauve is just a little bit more toasty in color. This one is super intriguing to me. This one is called Sepia. Ooh, Sepia is beautiful. It's a much richer, deeper color. And the last one is Cinnamon. And Cinnamon, I know, is kind of more of a bricky sort of red. And he doesn't really love a red lip, but the brightest shade that he made in his lipsticks is my favorite. It's the shade Zinnia. So I thought it would be great to have a lip liner that went with this lipstick. And this is the lipstick that I wore nonstop all spring and summer last year, and sometimes just this. I love his lipstick formula so much. It's delicious. But I knew that I would get a ton more use out of lip liners. Now that I am leaving the house more, I find that lip liners will give me the color that I want without kind of smudging everywhere. I was wearing this lip earlier today and I had to wear a mask. Oh my goodness, when I took it off, I had an appointment with my kid's principal, and so I was talking and I didn't think about this lip situation. And when I got back to the car and I took my mask off, I had total clown mouth, because not only did I have a liquid lipstick that doesn't dry down all the way, it's more of a moussey formula. I put a gloss on top, and no amount of lip liner was keeping all that contained, rubbing it up against the mask and then talking. And so I was like, like I look like a crazy person. But on days that I don't want to look like a crazy person, I want to be able to wear a mask and take it off and still wear a lip color. I have been loving lip liners. When I saw this entire set was on sale for $56, I was like, yes, thank you. But I'm trying to be a little bit more practical. And I know it doesn't seem practical that I'm buying 5 lip liners, but there are definitely things that I'm using now. Like, there is not a day that goes by that I'm not wearing lip liner. And this time last year, I was very hard pressed to wear lip liner. For the past several years, I had a ton of them. I just never wore them. But I feel like I've lost a significant enough amount of volume in my lips over the last year. And maybe it's all the stress. Maybe it's all of the, you know, reading news headlines and being, kind of pursing my lips. I don't know. Or maybe I was just drinking through too many straws. Whatever it is, I feel like my lips are not as full as they used to be. And the edge is definitely a little bit more loosey-goosey. So giving it a nice, firm line has made a huge difference and gives me confidence to wear those bold colors that I really love to wear. Thank you so much for watching today. Thanks for letting me share my recent soap haul with you. The brushes I've been anxiously awaiting, as well as the lip liners that I ordered at the same time. I am delighted to be able to continue to have beautiful tools and things that I know I'm going to use daily. The soap, like, there is a bar of soap in both of my showers in this house, always. And I know they're kind of expensive because they're $10 each, but I can remind myself, you're supporting a small business and it brings you so much joy. It's totally worth it. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you picked anything up during the Beautylish gift card event, or if there's something that you've had your eye on. Or if you have a love of handmade body products, what's your favorite? Is it a lotion? Is it a body scrub? Is it a bath bomb? I love all of that sort of stuff. Let me know what your favorites are in the comments down below. Have an incredible day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye.